The Supreme Swarovski Zippo will be dropping December 24th. Like this video and subscribe for more resale predictions and drop lists. The Supreme Swarovski Zippo will probably be retailing for around $100 to $150. It'll be reselling from around $150 to $200. I think this will be a pretty good resellable item if it's $100 or less. Even maybe if it's up to like $125, but if it's $150, I definitely would stay away from these. I feel like that's just a little bit too high of a retail for these, and I think they'll probably only go for $200. So with taxes and shipping, it's really not worth the prices. But I think if these are going to be $100, I think it's definitely worth the price, just because I think these could be like $175 Zippo. And the Supreme Zippos usually do pretty good. They're selling for like $100 in the ones that aren't the Swarovski, like they don't have the Swarovski crystals in them. So I definitely would expect these to do really well. I would just only go for it if it's around $100. If it's anything less, I definitely think this will be a resellable item. You might not make that much money, but I definitely think you could make some money, and you definitely should make some money if it's under $100. If it's around $100, you definitely should make some money, but it might not just be that much. Next up, we have the Supreme Earflap Box Logo New Era. This is a pretty cool item. It's not really going to resell for that much. I mean, there could be some resale value on it if it's just like regularly priced hat, but I wouldn't expect it to do that well, so I would definitely stay away from it unless you want it as personal. Next up, we have the Supreme Zip Up Hooded Sweatshirt. In this snow camo colorway, I could see some resale value, but I really don't see it that much, so I would just stay away from these unless you want them as a personal. I think this colorway is a pretty cool personal. Next up, we have the Supreme WINDSTOPPER sweatpants, and like the last one, I think the snow camo colorway could be a resellable item, but overall, it's not going to be that much resale value, so I definitely would stay away from them unless you want them as a personal. Next up, we have the Supreme Micro Logo Hooded Sweatshirt, which is kind of a cool Supreme hoodie, but since the value on these, since these are probably going to retail for like $158, there's going to be no resale on these, but it is a pretty cool personal if you are willing to shell out like $180 for a hoodie. Last but not least, we have the Supreme Marble 6 panel. This is a pretty interesting hat, definitely not going to resell for any money, but it is kind of cool as a hat, and it is kind of a cool personal. But overall this week, there's really only going to be this one good item as the Supreme Swarovski Zippo, and that might not even resell for that much, so I would probably just sleep in this week because there's nothing that amazing for resale. There is a link in the description to join my free cook group. It's just a great group. We got a lot of success in there. We got free or discounted food, and we just have a bunch of people trying to cook out for you. So I definitely would suggest joining there. We got a really good community. There's a lot of people that will respond to you and talk to you. So if you do want to join, there's a link in the description.